Hello, everybody. This is going to be Game 3 between HuK and Murder from the IEM tournament over in New York at Comic Con, I believe it was. This is HuK and Murder. Murder is the blue Terran. HuK is the red Protoss. We did see Murder win Game 1, HuK win Game 2, and we are now on Game 3, and the map is Zelnaga Caverns. Hasn't seen anything crazy from either player in the first two games. Zelnaga Caverns is a map that's very open. It allows a lot of proxy shenanigans if you want to go for that sort of thing. So I'm curious to see. It looks like HuK's first pylon will be in his base, so nothing proxy-ish going on there just yet. He is going to send that probe out. He actually always sends that early probe out. Good to get that scout out early, that way you can kind of tell what's going on. You don't have to worry so much. Tapping the Zelnaga allows you to maybe see any SCVs that may be running by, and since you have such an early probe, you're going to be able to know if there's a proxy on the way or anything like that. Supply depot going up in the middle line of Murder here. And HuK is going to poke in and check things out. He is going to see a barracks going down at around 12, and looks like we have a scout from Murder. Murder was actually doing his own proxy check at well, and HuK is going to do that annoying probe micro. We will see his gateway go down probably right now. Yep, there it goes. So it looks like HuK sticks with the same build in all these games so far, which is a 9 pylon, 9 scout, and then a 14 gateway. Bit of a fight. See HuK pulling that off before he actually loses any health. He will get the shield to recharge, and then he will move back in. And we do have Murder with a scout here as well. And they're staying about even on harvesters. Slight lead for HuK actually at the moment. Did he actually kill one? No, it didn't kill one, but look, there's one that's half dead. There's one that's 3/4 down, 3/4 health. Pylon going up here. HuK actually I really like. Spreads out the pylons in his base, so you'll see him like here, 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 all spread out. So if the Terran is trying to scan to see some tech, he's going to have some trouble doing it. He's not going to be able to just do a scan right here and see everything that HuK has going on. He's going to have to work for it. He's probably going to want to poke in with his own scout. Looks like HuK set this probe up to dance a little bit by the Zelnaga. Tech lab going down actually, so just sticking with Marine Marauder again. Probably, yep, another barracks going down right now. And HuK will probably be getting, I want to say we'll see that Robo Bay come out, but he may get another gateway first. I don't know why I'm yawning so much today. Alright, so looks like HuK is actually interesting. He's going to get rid of these rocks first, so it looks like he maybe is setting up for a really quick expansion. That is interesting. Pro poking in, trying to see what's up, and just gets totally decimated there. Stim pack is on the way for Murder, which is always good to have. There's the Robo facility. And I wouldn't expect this, or I would not be surprised to see another gateway go down in just a moment. Yep, there it is. Alright, so neither player getting supply block. Both players doing a good job of keeping on top of that. Robo Bay is on the way, so we will probably see Colossus play again. Surprised we don't see a factory out here just yet for Murder to work his way towards those Vikings, because Colossus are very scary against the Bioball army. Both players going relatively bare bones as far as their army is concerned so far. Looks like HuK's going up, checking the expansion, making sure there's nothing there. And there's an observer, which will allow him to observe his opponent. There's the factory going down. And another pylon. Just nice spread with those pylons. So we'll be able to warp something pretty much anywhere in his base. Alright, so that observer is done. It's going to move out, and actually a bit of a force here from Murder. It looks like about 5 Marauders, 3 Marines. Going to move out. 1 SCV leading the way. Wonder if he'll go for building bunkers. This observer may not actually catch this force, and Oh, and he just barely glimpses it. HuK is aware of it. He's going to get some more units in here. He does have Warp Gate up, but he only has the 2 gateways. He's going to start chrono boosting to get stuff out. He does have an Immortal almost out. This Immortal is going to be the perfect time to help handle with these Marauders. And we may even see a Force Field on the ramp. Doesn't need it. Traps those units in. The Immortals move in, doing damage. The Zealot's doing damage, and this Force of Murder is not going to do that well. Does a little bit of damage, took out HuK's Stalkers, but looks like HuK survived pretty much okay from that attack. And he's going to move out a little bit here, going to just hang out in his front. Murder rebuilding his forces. He does have medevacs on the way, so not bothering with Banshees or anything like that. And he saw that Immortal, which means there's probably not Colossus being focused on right now, because those Immortals are expensive, those minerals and gas, so you're usually not going to see Immortals out if you're seeing Colossus on the way, because most players are going to want to get that range upgrade. And there's the Observer, so doing a little change, moving the starport over onto this reactor so that he can build more medevacs, and actually setting up for a drop here. And HuK is getting his expansion up and running, so looks like he's set there. Gonna do a probe transfer probably. He has had a pretty good number of probes. Could use more. HuK's actually been not entirely saturated in most of these games, so it seems like he just has that right balance of how many probes he needs for how, like, the unit composition that he wants to create. And drop flying around. There's actually a Hellion on the field, interestingly enough, but just the one, so just doing it to use some just using it to do some scouting. Doing a scan, he does see that robo facility and a gateway, but he does not see these gateways. And actually just doing a quick check. Oh, yeah, Murder does not realize that there are more gateways on the way there. He probably expects it. Based on the composition of HuK, he is going to have quite a few gateways. Looks like Zealot legs are on the way. Zealot speed upgrade. Observer hanging out. Looks like Murder's going to poke in again here, but HuK is going to be fully aware of it. And he actually has a pretty hefty force in which to hold this off. I think we'll see HuK reposition his forces a little bit. Yep, there he goes. And Murder moves in. Hellion first, and he's going to engage with that Hellion. Zealot going after the Hellion, not really microing the Hellion all that well. He gets force fielded. His forces are split. HuK is just completely wiping this force, and Murder will need to retreat with these Marauders. I don't know that those shots were worth it, because Stalkers are quite fast. Running away with Stim, but HuK is going to follow him. And we may see a pretty good push from HuK here going after this expansion. Murder has a lot of medevacs, but he does not really have the forces pulling SCVs to mine at the expansion. So he's feeling comfortable with himself. He's not too worried about it. I would be worried. And here comes HuK moving in. There are bunkers being put down, but they are not on time. Pulling SCVs to try and attack HuK here. HuK's forces are just too much. More Zealots coming in, doing the damage. They've got legs, they're catching up. Murder doing everything he can to survive this, but there goes the force field, and HuK takes the game and knocks out Murder in this series. Alright, so that was a good game between these players. HuK just had more mans at the end. So anyone, this is Furious Jodo. Thank you for tuning in. I am streaming these right now, but hopefully get them uploaded to my YouTube sometime today. Thank you.